Hey guys, BlueCommander here and welcome back to another video. Today I've got another data pack for map makers, which is the foundation of a floor crafting system. So all you have to do is add a couple of commands for each recipe and you can have a new recipe. This is the floor crafting system I was talking about in my Christmas special. As you can also see, I've redone all my thumbnails to this new art style I've kind of gathered, instead of the wood theme. Everyone on my Discord really liked the changes, so hopefully everyone here does too. I mean, it's sad to see the wood theme go, but I really think it makes my videos look more professional. Don't worry if you're not a map maker. I know a lot of my recent data packs have been for map makers, but this will probably be one of my last ones for a while, as I can't really think of anything else to do, and I know the majority of you prefer non-map maker stuff. As I said, for each recipe, you need to make a couple of commands yourself for it to work. However, what's special about this creation is that I've created a website generator inspired by Mr. Garatos. On this generator you can choose two items that are crafted into each other and make an item of your choice as well. There's also other options like custom MBT. So in this video I'll just walk through how to create these recipes for yourself and also what makes this floor crafting system better than the usual technique. So let's begin. To use these generator commands you need to have the data pack installed in the world. So to do this, just click on the orange button and then just press save. And then once you've done that, you need to open your Minecraft and then click edit on the worlds you want to have the data pack on, and then open world folder. Once you've done that, you then want to open where you've downloaded the data pack and you want to drag that into the world's data pack folder. Once you've done this, then just reopen your world, and then once you're back in the world, just type /reload. Once you've done this, when you type /function, you should see a list of the new stuff added, and that means you're ready to start adding your own functions. Okay everyone, so now we've got our data pack installed, we're ready to make some recipes. So to make some recipes, just scroll down a little bit on the website you downloaded the data pack from. And as you can see, there's a section here called Create Recipes. So it's surrounded by these two blue kind of lines, so you can tell what's the generator. So everything inside here is the generator. So it says, once the data pack is installed, you can create your own recipes by copying the generator commands into your looping function or command block. So in the data pack itself, it comes with the looped function where you can put the commands this generates into it. And by the way, it generates two commands every time, so you can put those two in each time. Or alternatively, you can create a looping command block sequence by going /give @p command block. And then you place two like this. And then the bottom one, repeat, always active. The second one, chain, always active. And you can keep going up like that by just having more chain command blocks. Because this works with infinite recipes. You could add 20 recipes, you could add one recipe, it's up to you. But for this, because I can't be able to go through all the data pack stuff, but if you were making a data pack you could do it in there, but I can't be bothered, so I'm just going to do it in normal command blocks here. So if we go back here, there's several things we can do. We can choose the first recipe item, you can choose the second recipe item, and we can choose the crafted item in this item section here. So this only has support for having two separate items, but I'm going to make, for example, a special diamond sword. So I can go here, make sure you always do Minecraft colon, it needs the Minecraft colon, diamond_sword, and then if I go to MC Stacker, which is a really cool website here, you can either go on the summon section here and you can create yourself an item, and say I put diamond sword here, it's going to be everything. Say I create a protection, I don't know, it's going to be everything inside this tag colon, so it's going to be this stuff here. Or if you go to the easiest option, which is give, and you just do it here, so diamond sword for example again, and I can give it, say, make it unbreakable and sharpness 3, whatever, that'll do. And it's everything inside the brackets here, which is much easier to deal with, so I'm just going to copy that and then I'm going to paste that into this second box, which is MBT. So the MBT is completely optional. For these two I'm not going to put it, I'm just going to put for this one diamond sword. And what makes a strong sword? I guess another diamond, who knows. And again, remember to put your Minecraft colons in here, like that. And then I'm going to leave these two boxes blank. So what this option here is, it says limit user to one craft at a time. Now this basically, if this is checked, it's going to use the old technique of floor crafting, whereas if this is unchecked, it's going to use the new technique. So either way it needs the data pack, but I'll explain the difference between it in a minute, but just know for your sake that you want this checked if any of these 3 items are a non-stackable item. So I'm going to check this because I have diamond swords, but you want to uncheck this if all your items can be stacked, you know, like to 64s or 16s or whatever. So if I press create recipe, it's going to create this little output box here, sorry. You can hide it again with that, but that's not really important. So it says command 1 and command 2. So command 1, every time you click on the boxes it kind of selects it, so then all you have to do is press Control C, or if you're on Mac, I don't know what it is, but you know, whatever the copying function is, you just go Control C, and I'm going to put it into the first command block here. It has to be the first one to be executed, so if it was in data packs or functions you need to make sure it's the line above the second one. And then paste this in here. And now if I go get myself a diamond sword and a diamond, and I drop them down, as you can see it has some particles and stuff. Ignore this stuff in chat. If you don't want to see them, you can just do game rule command block output false, but now it is a diamond sword with the sharpness 3, and you can also see that per blue bit underneath it does say unbreakable as well. Anyway, so now let's make some more recipes. This time I'm going to use the one which supports stacking, so I'm going to take rid of this tick, and I'm going to make sure I choose items which can be stacked. So I'm going to do Minecraft : pumpkin, I guess, and then Minecraft : torch, which is the example I gave on the website, and then Minecraft : Jack_O_ lantern. Hopefully I spelled that right. I'm not going to have any MBT this time. I'm going to create recipe. As you can see, well, you might not have seen, but when I untick this, when it's ticked it has the 1 limit library function, and when I untick it has the non-1 limit. So it used a completely different technique. This is the new technique I came up with. If I just update these, like that, there we go. So now I've updated them. If I go get the stuff, pumpkin, hello, okay, there we go, carved pumpkin, wait, actually no, I think it's this one, yeah, and a torch, and if I drop 1 on the ground, it's going to make myself a pumpkin, but also if I drop a full 64 stack on the ground, it's also going to create 64, so it updates accordingly. And also if I drop, like, I don't know how many I dropped that, okay, 3 torches and 5 pumpkins, it's going to give me the 3 it could possibly craft and then give me the 2 back. So it's basically very aware of what it's doing. It doesn't consume any materials it doesn't want. It doesn't limit you to being able to craft 1 at a time, which all old techniques you may not have realised, but pretty much any creator you've ever used a floor crafting command with, they all make it limited, so you can only drop 1 at a time. But essentially what this does is adds a new way of floor crafting. So this is the main reason I decided to create this generator, because I didn't want to confuse people by having to write all this themselves. I mean, as it says up here, you only need to use these generated commands here if you don't know what you're doing. If you could possibly learn it, the actual syntax of these commands aren't too complicated. It's just executing as one of the items and then at the other item, and then it's summoning the item, the item you crafted, and then it runs this function. And basically what's in this function is it updates the item count of all of the items basically. So it will subtract the counts off of the items, your recipe item, sorry, and then it's going to add to the count of the crafted item. So that's basically how that works. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.